What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Kansas versus Kansas State college basketball matchup going down Saturday, January 18th, 2025. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. We have a ton of action coming up this weekend. This is a great time to jump on a package. We've got college hoops, 148 games on Saturday's card. We've also, got NFL playoffs, NBA and NHL sandwiched in between. So make sure that you check something out, whether it's a daily pass or a long-term pass, and use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. We've also got products for those who make big bets and for those with big bankrolls, those looking for a VIP experience, where you're going to get things like late alert plays closer to game time. We're going to track line movement for you, try to get you the best possible number in comparison to the closing line. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, text the number on the screen for more information, even if it's just to find out if this is right for you. But let's get to this one between Kansas and Kansas State. And you got the Kansas Jayhawks coming into this one 12-4 on the year, 9-7 against the number after a 74-57 loss to Iowa State in their last matchup. While Kansas State comes in 7-9 on the year, 6-10 against the number after a 61-57 loss to Texas Tech in their last game. And I've been highly critical of Kansas State, and I feel for good reason, because this was just a team that was put together, and this is, a case to be made for, that NIL doesn't always work, because Kansas State spent a lot to put this team together. I think that's just the long and short of it, and it just hasn't worked out, as much as you like a lot of the pieces that are there for Kansas State, and there's a lot of talented individuals. It's a lot of talented individuals that just haven't been able to mesh. And it's not like playing a video game where you can just put the best players on the team and all of a sudden, this team's just going to go, undefeated over the course of a massive season. There's chemistry involved here, and it hasn't necessarily worked for Kansas State. However, they started to look a little bit more cohesive in some of their recent games. They beat Cincinnati at home just before the turn of the calendar. They went on the road and lost to TCU by 1. They kept it close against Texas Tech at home in what was a defensive slugfest. And now you head on the road to take on Kansas in a rivalry matchup against a Kansas team that is probably a little bit ticked off here after getting blown out and humiliated at Iowa State in a bit of a headliner's showcase spot. And it wouldn't surprise me if Kansas, put the boot down here, because this is a matchup that head-to-head has historically been dominated by the home team. The home team has covered each of the last 5 meetings. Home team has won and covered each of the last 5 meetings between these teams. However, we're talking now about 16 points in a rivalry game, and Kansas State's been brutal. I'm not denying that whatsoever. There's been times where they've just been absolutely stomped out. However, like I said, it's a big number for a rivalry game, and Kansas, while Kansas is coming off of a big loss and sure would like to come back, there's been spots where Kansas just hasn't looked as potent offensively as in years past. And that's not to say this is a bad Kansas team. It's still a great team with Hunter Dickinson. But this is a team that's 15-1 to the under this season. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that not only are they holding teams down, but they're also not necessarily scoring a ton themselves. And look at the game against West Virginia at home. They were laying 13.5 in that one and lost 62-61 when shots just weren't falling for Kansas in that game. They did get 27 points from Zeke Mayo, but he had to go 13 of 13 from the line to get there. And as a team, Kansas shot just 39% from the floor at home, 25% from 3. It's a Kansas State team that has their their shortcomings, but they can make teams uncomfortable as well. And even then, Kansas, and even in wins, they were scoring 54 points against Cincinnati on the road, 57 against Iowa State. So I just think that in a rivalry matchup, 16 points, it's a lot. So I'm going to take Kansas State plus the points in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. Why are Pickdawgz? Check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.